Time now for weather with Nebraska Extension Ag Climatologist and Market Journal Chief Meteorologist Al Dutcher. And Al, I must say it was a pretty pleasant week, but is it coming to an end?
Well, Troy, you're exactly right. We've had a nice week this last week, and we look like we're going to see that at least continue through the first half of this weekend before things start to fall apart rather rapidly. Very warm conditions this week, record highs off and on all through the state, basically off from Tuesday all the way through this Friday. And we're not going to see records probably this weekend, but we are definitely going to see some very windy conditions, and unfortunately our little taste of Indian summer, if that's what you want to call it, is going to come to a drastic end. So let's get right to it and get right to the upper air pattern. And from what you can see from our upper air charts, we have a humongous trough in the western United States that is going to bring a big fetch of southerly and southwesterly flow at the surface up through the central plains. Big high pressure system basically to the east, the big low to the west, tight pressure gradient, high winds. A little bit of precipitation starts to show up, breaking out into the Rockies, more organized snowfall up across the northern Rockies. And as we get into tomorrow, that trough starts to make its way toward the east. That's going to lift a quick shot of moisture up through the western panhandle, but most of it's going to concentrate up across the northern plains in the form of snow. And we can see that basically generating a massive snowstorm up in Montana, lighter precipitation. The trough starts to move its way through the region on Monday. Low pressure to our south is going to bring Gulf moisture up. The big question is how much of interaction with the surface front will we have in eastern Nebraska before it passes to the east of us. But at least the models are indicating the chance for showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm. And that system rapidly moves off to the east, and we might catch a little bit of snow on the back side of it. But overall, cool high pressure moves back into the region. And we'll probably be under that influence for a good portion of the week as this low pressure system itself moves toward the east. More importantly, we get another piece of energy tries to develop to our southwest and west as we go into the midweek period. That's going to bring another piece of energy out into the central plains. Low pressure develops over portions of Oklahoma and Kansas, but most of the moisture remains well to our north and our west. It looks like we're probably going to skirt by fairly decent across western Nebraska with no precipitation. But as that system pushes closer to us on Thursday, we're probably going to see some precipitation across eastern Nebraska. Right now it looks like it's going to be in the form of rain, maybe just a slight change over to snow across northeastern Nebraska. And more importantly, as we go into the day on Friday, we start to see that worst wave move out, kind of get a zonal flow. A little bit of a warming trend as another major trough moves into the western United States, and most likely we'll see an increasing temperatures as we go into next weekend before that storm starts to make its way into our region as we go into late weekend in the following week. And in terms of the forecast for temperatures during this period, the 8 to 14 day forecast for next Thursday through the following Tuesday. Very warm conditions to our east with that high pressure in place. The trough to our west is going to bring that cool air into most of the western United States. And in terms of precipitation, we're going to be caught between storms. So big storms start to move into the Pacific Northwest, dry across the central plains and northern plains, including Nebraska. And our exiting system that impacts us late in the week moves off to the east. So overall, it looks like this taste of summer has come to an end. We are going to see a very cool pattern next week, basically stuck in the 40s and 50s. With an occasional shot of precipitation, but overall nothing widespread that would cause us major concerns.